Long ago, in the heart of a small village nestled between the golden hills and the whispering forest of the Ashanti lands, stood a humble hut owned by an old widow named Mama Nira. Her home was so simple that it had only one window, small, cracked, and dusty. The villagers called it the poor window, for it barely let in light and always rattled when the wind passed by. Mama Nira lived alone. Her husband had died many moons ago during the planting season, and her only son had gone to the city in search of fortune, never to return. With age curling her spine and weakening her hands, she could no longer farm or fetch water from the distant stream. She survived on the kindness of neighbors who gave her yams and firewood, and on the little she could grow in a small garden behind her hut. Every morning, Mama Nira would sit by the poor window and speak to it as if it were a friend. She would whisper her thoughts, her memories, and her prayers to the wind that crept through its cracks. One day, during the harmattan season, a strange thing happened. A weary traveler, dressed in rags and carrying a carved walking stick, came into the village. His beard was long, his eyes shone like twin stars, and his voice was soft, like the rustle of dry leaves. The villagers, suspicious and proud, did not offer him food or rest, saying, "We do not feed ghosts or madmen." Only Mama Nira welcomed him. "You may sit by my poor window," she said, setting a cracked calabash of water before him. "It's not much, but the breeze through it will cool your bones, and the light will warm your face." The traveler smiled and sat. For hours they talked. He listened as she told stories of her youth, her love, her losses, and her dreams. She laughed and even cried, as if speaking to a long-lost friend. When the sun fell behind the hills, he rose to leave. "You have given me shelter, water, and words," he said. "I cannot repay you with silver or gold, but I will bless what others see as broken." He walked over to the poor window, placed his hand upon it, and whispered in a language Mama Nira did not understand. The wind stilled, the earth hushed, and then, with a low hum, the window shimmered. The traveler vanished into the night. At first Mama Nira thought it was a dream, but the next morning, when she sat by her window, something had changed. The light coming through it was golden, not like the harsh morning sun, but soft and glowing, like the warmth of a mother's embrace. When she looked through it, she no longer saw the dusty road and empty fields. She saw visions. Through the window, she saw her son in the city, alive and well, working in a mechanic's shop. She saw the faces of kind strangers walking past her hut. She saw the dreams of the children who passed by, and even heard the thoughts of animals resting under the neem tree. Word spread quickly. People from the village and beyond came to see the magical window. The greedy chief, hearing of this, came with his guards and demanded that the window be removed and brought to his palace. But when they tried to pry it loose, it turned to stone. The wise elders, fearing they had disrespected the old woman and the spirit that had visited her, apologized. They offered her gifts, goats, maize, and a new hut, but Mama Nira refused. "I do not need riches," she said. "The poor window, as you called it, has always been enough." And so the people came, not for riches, but for wisdom. They sat by the window, told their stories, listened to their hearts, and found peace. The window did not grant wishes, nor did it show treasure, but it revealed truth, the kind hidden deep within. Mama Naira grew older, and eventually she joined the ancestors. But her hut was preserved, and the window remained. Generations passed, but still the people came, and over time the villagers stopped calling it the poor window. They called it the wise eye of Naira. And even now, if you travel through the Ashanti lands and find the quiet village beneath the golden hills, you may hear the breeze whisper through a window that rattles gently and glows with ancient light.